All right, today we are answering one of the most asked questions. When space realistically, okay? The highlight here in the title is realistically space stock can become a $100 stock. And I want to emphasize what will happen when the stock will reach 100. First, it's like our community goal, right? Since the IPO, since we invested, we said this can be a X10 stock. So since the IPO price was $10, a 10x would be actually $100. You know, it was sometimes $7 as well when the market was a little bit down, and it was also $14-15 where we actually started to buy Virgin Galactic for the very first time. So actually, if you take it by technical measures, the 10x would be, you know, when the stock reached finally $150, okay? Anyway, the second thing is actually I am jumping out of an airplane when the stock reached $100. I'm really serious about that. And if you want to see that, make sure to be following my Instagram already, because there I'm sharing, you know, all of this footage, what I'm doing all over, and obviously in my weekly vlogs as well. So make sure to be subscribed. Now, I feel there's a movement. Okay, if you're scrolling through my Discord channel, you will see that many changing their profile picture to the 100. Everybody's looking for 100. Okay, what does it actually mean to be at 100? Okay, before we diving into what need to happen, I want to show you first what does it mean to be a $100 stock for Virgin Galactic specifically. And for that, we need to look into the share. So if you're looking into the share, you can see that currently we are sitting at around $37 per share and a market cap of $9 billion. Okay, now let's do the math. We are dividing $100 price, right, divided by 37. Then we have the factor of how much we need to multiply, you know, certain things to see what would be the market cap, for example. So now we are saying, okay, the, you know, factor is 2.7, so we need to multiply the market cap of $9 billion by this 2.7, and then we have a company that is actually worth $24 billion. And if you ask me, you know, that's not that big. I mean, Nikola, with zero revenue, with a worse team, though on the very highs on the markets, was worth $30 billion. Okay, and it was like almost a fraud because, you know, they was pushing the truck down the road. And on the other side, I think it's really, really important to see, okay, they have so much mode, they have so much development, so much money, that $24 billion is not that bad. Now, before we diving in what will happen, I want to quickly dive into one of our big sponsors here on this channel. And yes, I'm talking about GSX. As you guys know, GSX and myself have a huge partnership over many months already. For myself, I feel like when I sponsor videos, I feel the product must be great. And the team and the product around GSX is one of the hardest working and most trustful crypto companies I have ever seen. Okay, they're having a huge office in South Africa where I'm in contact in every now and then, and they came again, you know, with a mind-blowing concept that I want to introduce you to today. So without further ado, let's dive into the biggest crypto winning game that you ever have seen. They put together the largest crypto competition, and as you can see by the pictures, it's lots and lots of money, gold, GSX, and also supercars like the one and only supercar, the Lamborghini Huracan, or even for me, more interesting, the Tesla Cybertruck. And let's dive into it, how it works. So actually, you have here 3 competitions, okay? So you have the $1 million supercar competition, which gives you the grand prize of a supercar plus $1 million in gold and GSX. You can qualify by buying GSX while you purchase $50 worth, it's equaling $1. And then also if you refer someone and he pays $100, this also equals 1 ticket for you. Then the second is the referral championship, where as much as your friends and family and everyone that you know you send the link to will register and buy GSX, they will win also. And the third one, which is also quite interesting, is when you are actually an investor into GSX, and the top 10 GSX investors will get prizes as well. So lots and lots of prizes, lots and lots of giveaways, and also the third pricing is really attractive. I haven't seen anything similar like that. And in addition to that, you know, throughout the whole competition, you will have a random draw of $10,000 in GSX and $5,000 in GSX and an Apollo, and so on and so forth. So if you miss that, then I cannot tell you what else to do. Now the question obviously is how you can get your hands on GSX. Nothing easier than that. Just use the link below and don't wait too long, because as earlier you are and as more you buy, as bigger your chances to win your dream vehicle. So what actually need to happen for Space that it reach $100? Now, it has to do something with, let's say, a mass movement, or let's say the retail movement or the Reddit community. It has to do something with the technicalities of the stocks, which would be short squeeze. And also it's important to really see what the company is doing. Okay, so let's start with the overall awareness for investors, retail investors, Reddits, right? We saw over the last couple of months that there is a group in the internet, Reddit, that is really looking for the next big GameStop stock, okay? But the more fundamental behind that is that many people know about the stock, and then also the stock goes higher and people having this FOMO, the fear of missing out, and jumping on it as well. Now this can happen when another thing happened to, or actually the 2 other things happen to Space, which is the first, obviously Space need to go into space with Richard Branson. I think that this is the main event that need to happen, okay? By the way, after the 3 points that I will just talk about, is that, you know, we will talk about when this will happen as well, okay? So stay tuned. So you have here Richard Branson that is actually going into space and will have a huge media attention, and then, you know, the Reddit community will jump on it, the stock price will go up again, and then this will be not enough for the stock going from 37 to 100. You also need the short squeeze. Let's have a look currently where the short squeeze interest is, or the short interest is, by just Googling short interest Space, okay? By just Googling that, you usually find different kind of websites, and you should check like at least 2-3 sources, because sometimes it's just a little bit difficult to see the real short interest and the days to cover. So actually, if you're looking here on the Market Beat website, you can actually see that they are saying that 27.82% are short percentage of float. So of the afloat stocks, so all stocks to be traded, are 28% the short interest. Now, if you're going into other websites, like for example, Fintel is also one that is saying that they're saying 20. So you see there's some discrepancies, but you can imagine that it's somewhere between 20s and 30s. For a short squeeze, I believe you are talking more about like 60, 70. As higher is better, and as stronger the push. So first, we need the attention by the milestones of the company, by Richard Branson flights, by just more and more test flights. Okay, I think this can bring the stock back to $60, even though $60 was at the, let's say, very high peak of the market, guys. Okay, there was a market mania in January and February. So just understand that it's really, really important. And then if these two things happen, the short squeeze will happen automatically, because there's a lot of people that's thinking like, wow, a space company doing this all the crazy stuff, they will never make big money and so on. So there's a lot of people betting against it, and with that all together mixed, I think by about mid or end of September, we could see $100 price tag on this space stock. I'm really, really convinced about that this can really happen. So really, really excited. I cannot wait, because it's my favorite stock currently. It's my biggest position in my portfolio as well. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I see you obviously tomorrow with a brand new vlog.